Hey there, 4xe fans. Wanted to share some information that we have gathered in the 4xe fans Facebook group. And this information, these numbers that I'm about to give you, have been also derived in parallel to a friend of mine. He did a little study on how many people have had their batteries replaced in their Wrangler 4xe and Grand Cherokee 4xe. And it's really interesting that Jeep and Stellantis, both, when they made their announcements about the 04B recall, that they said that they assumed less than 1% or 1 to 2% of Jeeps would be impacted by the issue. But here's what we're finding in the 4xe fans group, and like I said, this other person that I won't name has done his own study. We've found that just over 20% of 4xe owners have had to have their batteries replaced in both the Wrangler 4xe and the Grand Cherokee 4xe. In the beginning, I was starting to think that maybe the Grand Cherokee's dual pack design was sparing it from the issues that we were seeing with the Wranglers. And what we think is that just the Grand Cherokee crowd just isn't as vocal in social media and that kind of thing and posting stuff. And there was actually a slightly higher percentage of people that had Grand Cherokees that have had their batteries replaced than Wranglers. So it may be that dual pack design is actually worse for it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I have no explanation as why the Grand Cherokee 4xe's have had a slightly higher percentage of battery replacement than Wranglers. But of course, what we hear about, a lot of us, is the Wrangler batteries going bad and getting replaced. And so here's how this is playing out. A lot of people can go and get the recall done, and 500 miles later, they throw a check engine light with a code that tells them their battery's bad and has to be replaced. I would say a very low percentage are actually going bad right at the time of the recall, or at least throwing a code right at the time of the recall. And many of them are happening oftentimes on the drive home or a couple days later, and one person reported 500 miles later. So it varies, and people have been a little bit confused about the 04B recall. One, it doesn't cause any issues. That's the first thing to understand. It doesn't cause any issues with throwing a check engine light and finding out your battery's bad. All it's doing is revealing an issue that is already there. But secondly, people are really confused about how they can go through a recall and then this issue pop up later. The recall is not a fix for anything. All it is installing software that kind of cranks up the volume on the sensitivity as far as anything that could be going wrong in that battery. And one of the things that could be going wrong is there could be a voltage imbalance across the cells that can lead to a thermal runaway scenario that can lead to a fire. And so some people are really confused about why it went through the recall and checked out okay, but then days or weeks later triggered a check engine light on the code. And that's because that software is going to be there for the life of the vehicle. Just like B9A, just like 04B, 95B, or am I getting these right? I'm getting them all confused now. But all those three recalls all installed software that was supposed to give us better battery monitoring. And that's what they did. So you could have something happen a year from now that will be that software kicking in and throwing a check engine light, and it all depends on the battery. And there's no way to know, other than this software, there's no way to know whether we have a good battery or bad battery, and it could be developing potential issues in the background, and that's what that software is there to do, is to let us know that there's something going on. So just wanted to share that as of March 24th, 2025, the rate of replacement that we are seeing, this is just our little unprofessional study that we're doing, is about 20%. And that's a lot more than what Jeep or Stellantis were speculating would be the issue by a long shot. And so just know that it's happening, it's out there. What we can hope for is that Stellantis' new batteries don't have the issues that the old batteries have. And I wish they were more transparent with us so we could say, yes, these new batteries are a fix for this issue and you won't have this issue anymore. But because neither Jeep nor Stellantis are very transparent about these things, I am not going to say that on this channel. I'm not going to say that we're not going to see the same issues in a cycle down the road, which, yes, does have me quite concerned. And I'm waiting to see in the next few years if some of us who received a battery at about the 3-year mark don't also start to see issues at the 6 or 7 year mark. It's going to be curious to find out. And of course, I'm not in any great big hurry to run up to that 100,000 miles on my odometer, because I don't know, how is Jeep and Stellantis, how are they going to handle this when we have a known issue at this point? Are they going to add an extended warranty? Are they just going to cover these quietly, or are we going to be on our own? That's an honest question. I'm not trying to put anybody on blast by saying that. That's just a very honest question to ask. And I'm not trying to be negative on this channel. I'm not trying to be negative with this video, but since we don't know, other than the rumored replacement of the separators, as far as the separator supplier goes, other than that, we don't know that their battery design isn't part of the issue. So it's kind of like only time will tell. And I'm really hopeful that Jeep / Stellantis / Samsung SDI will stand behind these products even outside of the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty period. No, with all of us knowing, we know that they know that we know that they know that there's an issue now. So, will they back us up 5-10 years from now? It's all yet to be seen. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this channel. You all have been an amazing blessing to me, and I just want to thank you. And I don't want to go too long without saying thank you. Just really appreciate the support, really appreciate the questions that come up in the comments, and I appreciate all of you. Thanks for watching. Take care.